let's talk about one thing you can do. It's a real simple thing, in fact, that can increase your alpha presence tenfold. All right. But first, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I want you to subscribe to my list, my email list in the comments. There's a link. Hit it. Put your email address in there. I'll be providing content that I can't share on YouTube due to censors. Okay, so let's do this. So, this is one thing that you can do to increase your alpha presence tenfold. And there's a lot of things you can do, okay? But this is one thing that you can do and begin working on instantly, which is your voice, okay? Your voice, specifically your tonality, okay? So the tone of voice that you use can convey an alpha presence, whether it's to an employee, to people you interact with, but especially to women. It makes all the difference in the world. And so, and what this does too, I should say, because your behavior in your actions influence your mindset, and your mindset and your actions influence your behavior. We'll throw emotions in there as well, okay? So they all interact with each other. So you can work forwards or backwards from that. If you're having an erratic mindset and more reactive and more beta, okay, less controlled, you can do things with your posture, breath, and your voice when you to calm that erratic, racing, anxious mind, and then have more of a productive peak performance, proactive mindset, okay? And vice versa. You know, you can think, overtly think and focus on certain things, and that can affect, you know, your physical presence, behavior, and all that. Or you can do the physical things to affect the internal things that are happening, that the mental and emotional state. All right, so it works both ways. And you want to execute and use both. But in this little video, this short video, I'm going to tell you or show you how to do this with your tone of voice. All right? And I'm talking normal right now to you. I'm not doing anything special, but I'm naturally executing this strategy right now without thinking about it too hard. All right? So I want you to think, what you want to do when you think about your tone is you want to think deliberate and low, okay, and slow. Those three things: deliberate, low, slow. Now, don't think too slow, right, where it's uncomfortable or obnoxious. There's obviously a pacing here that happens, right? You can't be so slow and low in your voice that you don't, you know, it comes out unnatural, okay? It comes out, that's not going to work, obviously. But if you think, most of the time though, if you are anxious or if you're in an anxious mindset, you are going to, it's like when you, if any of you have ever done public speaking or gave a presentation, you know, when you get more nerved up and those brain waves start getting into that more erratic, anxious state, you will talk faster, okay? You'll be less deliberate in your speech, you'll talk very fast, you'll get into speaking quickly. And so when you have to think slow, you're not going to, most people will not be so slow that they're unnatural when they think that way. They're just going to, they'll think slow and they'll be talking a lot faster than they realize they're fasting, then they realize they're talking, I'm sorry. And so then it kind of evens out. But think again, deliberate, low, and slow. So that's what you want to think. So deliberate means I'm calculating what I'm doing, I'm calculating what I'm saying. I'm taking my time. I'm not wasting someone else's time or being unnaturally slow, but I'm taking my time and I'm calculated, okay? Low is where I take my voice and I have a lower tone of voice, all right? Lower tone of voice gives you more of a command presence. You can do it, you can be loud, but you can a lot of, if you need to be, right? And certainly, when you're leading a bunch of people, you might have to speak loudly to get their attention, to get them to hear you, but it's not the guy who's the loudest that's necessarily the leader or the most alpha. It's the guy who's listened to. And a guy who is deliberate and low will cut through all of that outside chatter. So I take my voice, which might be higher, I'll try to put myself in a erratic state right now and start talking. So if I'm talking like this, and I'm talking like with kind of more of erratic, and I'm trying to explain something, and I come up to a girl and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, what are you up to? Blah 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 blah. Hi, how are you? What are you drinking? Interesting. I've never had anything like that before. Is that something you get here all the time? You see what I'm saying? That's a lower deliberate tone of voice, okay? And then I'm thinking slow. I'm not speaking extra slow, but I'm just slowing down my thoughts, and I'm being more deliberate in my speech. So if you can do that, you're going to convey an alpha frame when you talk to people. When you talk to women, when you talk to your children, when you talk to your wife, when you talk to your employees. Okay? It conveys leadership. It's a leadership skill, and it's so very simple to do. Very easy. You can start learning how to execute this. But a lot of you guys, your mind starts racing, and you get into that state that I just imitated, and you don't come across as the dominant person in the room. Okay? So take your voice, deliberate, low and slow, and calculate what you're going to say. And if you're nervous about approaching a woman, or your hot chick's in front of you and you're not sure what to say or whatever, just take your tone of voice and convey that alpha message. Hey, how are you? What are you drinking? You see? Pleasant, smile, calculated. Boom. Okay? So that's a little Mindset Monday tip here. This will help calm your mind, and you can still be like animated. You can still, that's not me, I'm more animated. Be animated, but you can still you can convey feelings. You can convey, you're not a robot, okay? When you speak, okay, you're not a computer, but all you're doing is you're being deliberate in how you speak. You're speaking in a low, controlled tone of voice that conveys leadership and ownership and alpha presence, and you're just slowing it down a little bit, which then causes your mind to stop racing. So if this is a tactic, this is a game trick, this will help you with women. It'll help you with approaching. Whatever line you use, I don't care what it is, if you deliver it more like this, okay, and you have that presence, there's body language with this too, there's a whole package of it, but this is just the one piece for this video. If you deliver that in the way that I'm telling you to deliver it, you're going to start seeing better results and better reactions from people. They're going to see you more as that leader, more as that alpha guy, more as somebody that needs to be heard or listened to. And that is a huge advantage in life. But best of all is it's going to help your mental state. Thanks again for the support and listening to the content. Share it with your friends. Take care.